The Chicago Bears take their 4-8 record on the road to San Francisco to face the 5-7 49ers. Will the Bears be able to win a Sunday road game in 3 years? Well, maybe with their new interim head coach, they can. Let's hear all the SCS crew's thoughts about today's game, the coaching goings on, and all other stuff Chicago Bears today on Sports Chicago Style.
Sports, sports, sports. Sports Chicago Style for me and you.
Hello, welcome to Sports Chicago Style. I'm Triple R. Everybody settled in? Good connections? Let's rock,
Good to
bro.
go.
Excellent. All right, where to begin on this, not a bye week, but a little mini bye since the Bears haven't played since Thanksgiving, that Thursday. And in the interim, they had a dead man walking head coach in the name of Matt Eberflus give a early Saturday morning press conference where all the questions basically were like, hey, why you think you still work here? And all he could say was, because I'm getting better and moving on to San Francisco, so that's what I'm focusing on. Hour later, he was out of there. And Thomas Brown, who started the season as the passing game coordinator, was elevated to offensive coordinator when Shane Waldron got fired. Now he's an interim head coach. Awesome. And along those lines, now the new offensive coordinator, somebody that was already on the staff, in the name of Chris Beatty. Not a well-known voice in the media or, speaking out, but now he's the guy, calling the plays. Not really, because Thomas Brown will be doing that as head coach, but Beatty will be assisting with situational circumstances and whatever else, he does. Good times. On the defensive side of the ball, now that Flus is gone, defensive coordinator Eric Washington will have full control of the defensive helm. And let's see if he can get these players to respond as they had, checked out with Eberflus. He lost that locker room. Let's see if Brown and Beatty and Washington can get it back. Now, along those lines of getting back your power, you have to look at Ryan Poles in the situation, general manager. As during the press conference that was held on Monday, President Warren was basically like, look, man, I got this. Yeah, Ryan Poles is going to stay as a GM, and we're going to work together to find a coach. And George, McCaskey, now that Flus is gone, he's kind of like, well, I guess you all run it now. But the working dynamic is going to be interesting as Poles was hired before the President Warren. So Warren could at any moment be like, yo, yeah, this ain't working out, Ryan Poles, you got to go. But for now, he has the vote of approval and to continue to build out the team and hire his coaches, I assume, to develop not only this roster, but number one pick rookie quarterback Caleb Williams, who is now on his third offensive coordinator, and the season isn't even over yet. So not optimal, to say the least. But that dynamic and the power struggle going on in Hallis Hall is something to keep an eye on, and it will be interesting once, people start talking about what is happening in there. It's going to be like, wow, it's kind of dysfunctional up in there, but okay. Now, game wise, real quick, I will tell you that San Francisco, their left tackle Williams is out, and their defensive end Bosa is also out. So those are like big names and talents for that roster. A roster that being the NFC defending champions, has fallen on hard times with injuries. One of the wide receivers, Pearsall, got shot. He's back now. But they have a older and aging and expensive roster and very little salary cap flexibility. So their championship window is closing and closing fast. So let's hope the Bears can do what they need to do, get that first Sunday road victory in 3 years, and put another nail in the 49ers' coffin. Now, injury report-wise for the Bears, out are Ryan Bates with concussion issues, Elijah Hicks with his ankle issue, and Roshan Johnson concussion issues. DJ Moore and DeAndre Swift are questionable, but they're going to go. DJ has a quad, as does Swift. Now, also, to take the place of Hicks, safety Adrian Colbert. Remember that dude? When he got released during the preseason, Poles had to go have a little cry session. And also, running back Darrington Evans is back and signed from the practice squad as running back. What's his name? Demetric Felton has been signed to the practice squad. He's a running back. So those have been the roster moves this week. Those have been the coaching changes this week. So let's go around the panel and hear some thoughts. So I hand it off to Coach Tripping. Coach? Thank you, Triple R. This week's activities proves once again that the leadership at Hallis Hall is bass-ackwards, right? They are so discombobulated, it's ridiculous. It makes this organization a laughing stock throughout the goddamn league. And they need to rectify that situation quickly, right? Hopefully, Thomas Brown can be that leadership voice in the locker room that these players will respect and follow, as well as his decision-making when it comes to those situational game-time decisions, right? His offense has looked pretty consistent and pretty good. Hopefully, we can keep that rolling. Other than that, we need to see this team perform like a team. All three aspects, offense, defense, and special teams, who have been a letdown for the last few games. So, let's see if the West Coast and maybe a trip to Fisherman's Wharf got their minds right and ready to play some ball. I hand it off to Chef Trips. Thank you, Coach. For the Chicago Bears, it is never good when you have to fire a coach during the season, but hopefully this situation will work out for the best. As it seems as though Ryan Poles wanted to fire Matt Eberflus at the end of last season, but George McCaskey said, hey, look at how strong this team finished. We should stick with the Eberflus. And then after the Patriots game, I think I heard that Ryan Poles wanted to fire Flus again. But George McCaskey once again said, well, even though he may have started slow, that if he could turn it around and finish strong like he did last season. But alas, that did not happen. As the Eberflus, he kept choking in the game time situations. And that is no good. That is no good at all. So with the Thomas Brown in place and the offensive coordinator Beatty and the defensive coordinator Washington, hopefully they can get this team back on the road. Working with the Caleb Williams and protecting him and having a run game is going to be important. But with the injuries to the running backs and the porousness of the offensive line, those could be a question. On the defensive side of the ball, since the beginning of this season, I've always believed that this could be a playoff contending defense. But we lost Jaquan Brisker to injured reserve, and there have been some dings up as well as Billings to injured reserve, and so now we are getting gashed in the run. And this San Francisco 49er team can exploit that with their offensive coordinator of Shanahan, of which somebody suggested that the Bears trade for by giving up a number 1 and number 2 round picks to get him from San Francisco. I do not agree with this logic. Let's see what we have in Indy Brown first, and then move on from there. So I look forward to a Bears victory today in California. Trip?
Chef Trips, bro, thanks. Bro, it's game day, baby, and Coach Brown, I think, he could be the guy, cause the way he talks and the way the players have responded, has been a breath of fresh air, as the saying goes. And bro, if they can perform on the field the way that he gets them motivated and hopefully ready to go when they kick off, and they keep their foot on the gas on the offense and on the defense, they get real aggressive under Coach Washington and not that vanilla bullshit, that this team could actually start scoring 30, 35, 40 points and holding the opponents to in the teens. It's they may be a while from getting there, but I think this team is building to that direction, and it might just take some another season, but hopefully Brown's that guy, because he has the jump on all the other coaching candidates, because he's in the position now, and if the team responds to him, and if Gizmo responds to him and keeps responding to him and throwing for all those yards and getting more touchdowns and no interceptions, we got to keep him, bro. We got to keep him. And DJ's a warrior, bro. He's going to play through that shit. And Swift, he's going to play through it too. So, we got guys out there that's giving it all they got, and we just hope that the coaching staff is responding in kind, unlike before under the Flus. And a little note to the ladies of the Flus household: if you need any comfort, you know what I'm saying, holler at your boy. Bro. Yeah, but let's fucking go, Bears. Let's fucking go. Claws up, bear down. Triple R, go ahead.
Thanks, Trip. Well, there you have it. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, and please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel and our socials, Sports Chicago Style. Much appreciated. So, let's get ready and watch some football, baby. Let's go. We will be back with you after the game for our post-game thoughts, and hopefully we'll be talking about a Bears victory. So until then, bear down, y'all.
Right.
Bear down,
Awesome.
everybody.
Bear down,
Bear
bro.
down.